Hello everybody, I'm Sammy from Talk2Anyone.com, and today we're covering how to find a good man, a good husband, a good boyfriend as a girl or a woman. Now if we look at statistics, it seems to get harder and harder to find a good spouse in the West. So if we look at US birth rates, they went from 3.5 in 1960 to currently 1.6 in 2022, and this trend is unlikely to turn around anytime soon. So why is it so hard? What is the problem here? So I'm just going to give you my opinion, and then I'm going to give you some guidance on what you can change and do in your life in order to maximize your chances of finding a good spouse, a good partner, a good boyfriend, a good husband. So what most girls do these days is just they're going to be like, well, I'm just going to live my life. I'm going to enjoy my life. And if the universe sends me some good guy, then I'm going to be grateful. And else I will just enjoy my life and live my life and do my thing, right? They don't really have a plan is the point I'm trying to make here. And in my opinion, you need to have a plan, especially as a woman, because your time is limited. So women start their lives at the top, generally speaking. Allegedly, that's just the way I see it. Don't judge me for it, please. So women are in their prime essentially from the beginning. They're at their peak attractiveness, and then they slowly decline. While men, they start out at the bottom and they rise up over time until they fall down. So as a woman, you need to use your time when you're young and beautiful very, very wisely. Do not waste it, okay? That is one point you need to consider. Another point to consider is, what is your plan? What is your ideal? What are you striving for? At what age, ideally, do you want to get married, if at all? At what age, ideally, do you want to have kids, if at all? You need to make a list. What are my goals? And then you need to look at, how do I reach that goal? Also, what are you actively doing to reach those goals? So if your goal is, for example, to be married at 27 and to have kids at 30, what are you doing to make sure as you can be, that that will happen? Most people are not doing anything. They're just saying, well, the universe, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So, and the ones that do something actively about it, they will maybe, sign up to a dating app or whatever. And there I have to ask, so you're looking for a good man, right? You're looking for pearls. So where do you look for pearls? Do you look for pearls in the trash? Is a good man really gonna be on a dating app like Tinder? Ask yourself that just for a second. Think about it. Think about it. Let it linger. Is a good man really gonna be on Tinder? Is a good man really gonna pose next to his Bugatti on Tinder? Probably not. If you want to find pearls, you need to dive under the sea. It's easier to look in the trash can. The trash can's right there. The sea is over there. You need to drive there. You need to dive. You need to get the pearls. You need to claw it out of the oysters. It's hard, but you're not going to find pearls in the trash. I mean, maybe you're the lucky one, the one in a million that finds a good guy on a dating app. But probably not. The odds are stacked against you. So I have to ask you, where are you going to find good men? So let's just head over to Talk2Anyone.com. Let's go. This is a tool that helps you talk to people, gives you conversation starters and ways to keep a conversation going in different situations. So let's go to Talk to Everyone. So here we have certain situations where you talk to people, okay? Are good men at the gym? Yeah, maybe the gym kind of attracts people that want to improve themselves, right? They go there to be better people, to get better at stuff, but it also attracts machos and stuff, so it's mixed, right? Are you gonna find good men at a bar? It depends, I guess, on the bar that you go to. But, generally, are good men gonna drink a lot of alcohol? And I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. At work? Yeah, more likely. I mean, good men tend to work, right? Yeah, probably more likely. That might be a better place to look. At parties? Yeah. Birthday parties, Christmas parties, good men probably go there. Will you find them at concerts? I'm not sure. I'm not really a concert person, to be honest. I've never really Well, I have been to concerts, but not the big ones, the rock and rolly and the technos and stuff. Are you gonna find a good man at church? Interesting. That might be a good place to look. Wink, wink. Um, are you going to find them at networking events? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. They probably, yeah, if they climb their career ladder and they want to connect with people in their industry, yeah, that might be a good place to look as well. At conferences, yeah, yeah, good place to look as well. At weddings, yeah, good place to look. People that have a lot of friends, they go to a lot of weddings. Yeah, yeah, that's probably the kind of guy you would consider a good guy, right? Kids, no. Don't go for kids. Teenagers, no. So, yeah, that's just an overview. This is one thing you have to consider. Where are you looking for a good man? And is a good man really going to be where you're looking? So dating apps are easy, right? It's like a cheeseburger. You just swipe left, right, right. You don't have to get rejected at all. You don't have to approach anyone. It's easy. But are you really going to find a good man on the dating apps? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I know many good men, and none of them are on dating apps. Okay, Christian dating apps, yeah. But the mainstream ones, Tinder and stuff, no, I don't know anyone that would be that I would recommend that is on a dating app. No. Actually, the worst ones I know are on those dating apps. So, and don't tell them that they're the worst ones. I didn't say that. Anyways, guys, so consider where you're looking, and then consider your timetable. How much time do you have in order to reach your ideal, right? How far are you away from finding that guy? What are your prospects at the moment? So, and then you need to adjust your strategy. So if you don't have that much time left, you need to work hard. And yes, you can work hard. Yes, you can, even as a woman. Yes, as a man, it's easier. We can just approach every woman we see, check whether she's a good one. It's easier as a man because you can be more active about it. But women, you guys can also be active. You can do a lot to facilitate men coming to you, men approaching you. So one thing is, find a place where people congregate, where the men are that you're looking for, okay? And then you be there every single time for as long as you can. Yes, it will take time. Yes, it will take time. Let's take church, for example. That's the example that I know the best. Church, you go there every Sunday. If they have other events, you visit those as well. And you be there every single time. Or at the bar, you go there every single Friday, every single Saturday, whatever. If it's at work, you be there, you be approachable as often as you can. And approachable means you're not in your little group with your little girlfriends and talking to each other and making it impossible for someone to approach. No, you be there and you be approachable. Ideally, you're sitting on your own and you have something interesting to talk about. Maybe you have your hair styled in a weird way, or you're having a cute pink dress that a man can comment on, or you have a little cute dog that the man can be like, "Whoa, what breed is that? That's so cute." And that will make you infinitely more approachable, okay? Having been on the other side of this, most women do not make themselves approachable at all. It's like they don't want to be approached at all. They just hide in their little groups, and then they run away and make it impossible for anyone to make eye contact and talk to them. So it's being at the places where the good men are, and then be approachable and be there as often as you can. And if all else fails, if you don't have much time left, then what I would recommend you do is you learn to actually approach men. Now, this is risky, and I know society frowns upon it, but men have become more shy over time. People are losing social skills at a rate never seen before. Men are afraid of women more than ever. And they are terminally online. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to talk to girls at all. So help them out if you have to, right? If you're really at that point where you're getting stressed, you're reaching that ideal that you're looking for, your time is running out, try to be more active about it. And it's very simple. Approaching men, talking to men, it's pretty simple. Let's take the gym as an example. There's men that want to improve themselves. There's some good men at the gym. There's some really bad men at the gym. As someone who frequents the gym very often, I can tell you there is both kinds. You will be able to tell pretty quickly. You know, the self-obsessed ones, they look at themselves in the mirror and they think they're so cool and they just, oh, no, stay away from those. But there are good men at the gym as well. They just want to improve themselves. They want to have a better life. So what you would do as a girl, ideally, you let him approach you. What can you do to facilitate that? Be near him, be approachable, right? If he tries to look at you, if he looks at you, if he makes eye contact, look back. And you guys are experts in knowing which man is looking at you. So if someone is looking at you that you are interested in, smile back. Give him an in, open the door for him to approach, because that's always what we tell men at first is make eye contact. If she smiles back, go talk to her. Now, if you make eye contact with him, or he tries to make eye contact with you, you smile back, and he still doesn't come over and talk to you, maybe even after multiple times of this happening, then you might have to help him, because he might just not be a very courageous man. And I'll tell you, 95%, 97%, 97.5% of men are not that courageous. They are afraid of approaching women, and the more beautiful the woman is, the more they are afraid. So if he doesn't do it, and he's obviously interested, he's looking at you, he's making eye contact, you're smiling at him, but he doesn't approach you, then you might want to consider approaching him. And it's the same thing. You make eye contact just like a man would do to a woman. You make eye contact, he's hopefully smiles, although with men it's, you know. And then you just ask something, ask for help. I mean, men are just natural problem solvers, right? And we are programmed to help the damsel in distress. Oh, at the gym, for example. Oh, could you help me load my squat bar? It's so heavy. Please help me. Oh, I don't know how this machine works. Could you show me? You look like you know what you're doing, right? It's so easy for women because you have plausible deniability, because men are very likely to believe that you just don't know, you know, so you need help, okay? Ask for help. And then, you know, if he's wise, he's going to try to make conversation. If then you also have to make the conversation, then obviously he might not be mature enough and, yeah, just have no social skills whatsoever. So at that point, it should be his turn to actually ask some questions and get a conversation going, not just help you without saying anything and leaving. At that point, I don't know whether you should give up at that point, but it's probably what I would do if I was a woman. Anyways, so that is it. Just to go over the points again. Look for pearls where there are pearls. Don't look for pearls in the trash, okay? Go to places where good men are, in your opinion, whatever a good man is for you. And don't go to the places where there's trash. Don't look for pearls in the trash. You're not going to find it, okay? Maybe it's like playing the lottery, right? Yeah, there's a 1 in 3 trillion chance that you will win, but most likely you won't. So please go where your chances are the best, so you set yourself up for the best odds of success that you can have, okay? Then again, do your planning. What do you want to reach and by what age? And be aware that you can't do everything at once. You can't have kids and get married and also work full time and study for an advanced degree, everything at once. Okay, maybe you're a really hyper energetic person and you need 3 hours of sleep every night, then you might be able to make that work. But otherwise, you're gonna have to choose your priorities. What's the most important to you? And in what order do you want to achieve those things? What is more important to you? That you're very successful in your career, or that you're married and you have kids? And that is sadly a choice that women increasingly have to make, because the sad reality, and I know it's not something one should talk about, is that men want young women and they want women that are not more competent than them. So the higher you rise through the career ladder, the thinner and smaller your dating pool gets. And also women, they don't want to date a man that earns less than them, right? Lawyers that make 300K a year usually date other lawyers that make more, right? Or as much as them, right? So your dating pool shrinks as you rise up the career ladder. It's just going to be, men are going to be intimidated. Like a man that earns, like, let's say 60K a year, and you're a woman that earns 200 or 300K a year, it's going to be intimidating. Also, just the power dynamics. You have so much more power if you make so much more money. You don't need him at all. And men want to be needed. It's one of our basic desires, besides being respected, of course. And it's just going to make it harder for you in the dating. So you need to choose what is important to you in your life. Can you be happy making 300K a year, but maybe not finding that perfect guy? Or is your priority to find a good guy, start a family, maybe not be able to drive around in the Porsche all day and all night, but, you know, having kids and not dying alone, you know? So that is a choice that you have to make. Again, women start at the top. You guys need to use your time very well. Men as well. Men generally have a little bit more time, but we all need to set out a clear plan, what we want to reach. Our goals need to be very clearly set, and then strive for it, and not just wait for the goal to come to you. It's probably not going to happen. Of course, it might happen. Maybe it happened to a friend of yours or someone that knows someone in your vicinity, but it's not extremely likely. Anyways, guys, that's it. I wish I had better news. I wish I could just tell you, well, it's so easy. Just download this simple app and push a button and you'll find the perfect man for you. That's not going to happen. Also, the dating apps, and I've made other videos about those. I don't believe the dating apps are looking to get you connected with a good man at all. So the dating app, it makes money by people being single. That's just a reality. So if you find a good husband, a good boyfriend that you're gonna be with for a long time, the dating app loses. The dating app loses to potentially very attractive people that attract more people to the app. So why would they help you to do that? The dating apps are going to do just enough so that you feel that you're making a little bit of progress. You know, a match here and there with someone who doesn't seem too bad, but it's probably not going to work out. So I'm very sure, and it's just a financial reality, that the best thing that dating apps can do is match you with people that break your heart, and then make you more likely to break other people's hearts, because there's a lot of statistics out there. For example, people that have, the more sexual partners you've had in your life, the more likely you are to get divorced if you ever get married. So I'm sure the dating apps are using that information to make money. 100% sure of that. Allegedly, I mean, I'm not saying I can prove it. I can't. It's speculation. But if they know what's good for them, monetarily speaking, that's what they're going to do. They're going to match you with people that are very likely to break your heart and make you then more damaged and more likely to break other people's hearts. So in my opinion, they are very good algorithms for breaking people's hearts and giving them more bad baggage and damaging them so that, you know, they make more money. Anyways, guys, that's it. If this video has helped you, leave a like. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. If you have experiences to share, or if you want to give advice to other women, and maybe you found a good guy in a certain place that I haven't mentioned here, leave it down in the comments below. Help each other out, and I'll see you guys next time.